My name is Arin Lindauer, and you're listening to A Life Without Struggle. I'm a wife, a mother of 2 wonderful children, a 2-time best-selling author, and a highly driven and successful entrepreneur. In my 17-plus year career as a mindset and health expert, I know what holds women back from a life you only dream about. Whether you're a CEO, a businesswoman, or executive, I started this podcast because I have been where you are, and I know you want and deserve more out of your life. I believe women are limitless. We just get lost along the way. The process to get you there is the topic and purpose of this podcast. When you understand what you want, you can truly step into a life without struggle. Welcome, and I'm so thankful you're here. This is about you today. Yes, you. Yes, you listening to this, watching this, hearing this. This is about you. Now, where's she going with this, right? So welcome back to another episode of Life Without Struggle. My name is Arin Lindauer, and today this topic is all about you, girl. Like, I'm going to speak to your soul, probably going to pull it out, shake it up just a touch, but this is about you. This is about your journey, your life, your goals, your dreams, and your ambition. And girl, you've been playing small. Girl, you have been playing small. You have been settling for fine. You've been okay. You've been riding the coattails because life's good enough, right? This is about you. Now, where am I going with this? So you think this is about weight loss. You know me, health and wellness, women's empowerment coach, but this is more than just weight loss. This is more than about getting healthy. Every woman I speak to on a daily basis will tell me this absolutely safe number on the scale because they don't believe they can actually get to the number that they truly, truly want and need to get to. And today I'm going to burn all of these limiting beliefs. I'm going to burn all of these thoughts, and we're going to rewrite some stories. So saddle up, here we go. But this is about you, this journey, this weight loss, this desire to be a different version of you. This isn't about getting healthy for the kids. This isn't about being there long, being able to take care of your aging parents. Those are all benefits. Those are all things that should be an expectation, girl, that you can do this. This is about you and how you feel, how you show up, your confidence, your stride, your ability to be in this world the way you were designed to be. So what happens? Every woman that comes into my DMs, every woman that joins my coaching program, for the most part, has told me a safe goal. And they tell me this safe goal, and I already know. I know height and weight. I've been doing this for almost 2 decades. Like, I know what numbers should be, can be, could be if we would just do the things, but I get it. Like, we've had life, we've had stress, we've had hormones, we've had our metabolism shift, we've had no shortage of things that have maybe promoted the weight gain, that maybe have promoted a body that, man, it's like, when the hell did this happen? And so I know when you share with me this super safe number, that you have a belief. You have a belief about yourself, and at that current space and time, it is true, okay? What my job is as a coach is, yes, we're going to lose weight. like that's the easy part, right? But my job as a coach is to pull out of you the woman that maybe you didn't even think was possible, that maybe you thought, well, gosh, Arin, I haven't been that weight since my wedding. God, that was, 3 or 4 kids ago. Like, Arin, like, that's not possible. And I'm here to tell you it actually is. Now, is it going to take some time? Is it going to take some effort? For sure. That there is physiology to what it takes to get someone to lose weight. And if you're restricting your calories and you're not seeing weight loss, I'm just here to tell you, like, hey girl, you got to be honest with yourself. You maybe are restricting your calories and then you have this slip up. The weekend comes and you dine out a couple times and you're not in a calorie deficit. I don't care if you tell me you're eating 1,200 calories. If that scale isn't flying down, there's no physiological possible way. Okay. So again, this is what I went to school for. This is what my degree's in. And I have been around the block just a couple times. I've put weight on myself and it didn't magically just come on there. And, did my hormones shift and change? 100%. But I understand what's going on from a physiology, from a hormone standpoint. And I understand what's in your control. You have more control. You give control to the food. You give control to the hormones. You give control to the cat. Okay. And I'm here to call you and tell you, hey, there's so much more to life than worrying about weight loss. But what I know is you're giving me a safe number because you can't even see this woman, yet I can. So many times I encourage women to borrow my belief. Hey girl, what do you really want? And you question it. You question, can I really do this? I'm not really sure if I can, but she seems to have some conviction around this. So why not? Hell, let's do this. And so women join my coaching program and they think it's about weight loss. It is so much more than weight loss. I provide coaching calls where we talk heavily into the mindset behind being this person for life. I share real life experiences. I share my personal experiences. I am about as raw as it gets when it comes as a coach. And it's because I've been around the block a couple times. I'm not a 20, 30 something. I've got 2 kids. I've been running a business for almost 2 decades. I got stories and you probably all have heard them a couple times. But the point is you want someone competent that's going to be able to not only give you the nuts and bolts of, hey girl, here's what it takes to see the result, but more importantly, who are you becoming on this journey? Why the heck is that even important? God, she keeps saying all this woo-woo shit all the time. Like, does this really matter? Yeah, it does. And this is the stuff that's ultimately going to get you to be the version of you that you never thought was possible. The only reason I can speak with such conviction, with such intensity, is because I have had to go down this personal journey myself. I've had to grow in ways I didn't want to grow because I was scared. I was afraid. What if I failed? When your 20s, even 30s, whatever, right? You could do anything you want. Think about like kids who God, I love right now, every kid tells you, I want to be a YouTuber. And I'm like, you go get them, dude. Like, I don't go get them. But guess what? You got to show up. You got to do the things. And, we think anything is possible when we're a kiddo. And then we grow up, we have some experiences, we create some limiting beliefs. We have limiting beliefs placed on us. And man, it derails us. And some women and men never get out of it. Even myself, if I had allowed myself to continue down a spiral, I would never grow to the woman that I am becoming, because there is a version of me that you guys haven't even seen yet. There's a version of me that is absolutely going to explode. And mark my words, you're hearing it here October. Well, I'm recording it on the 22nd. You're probably going to hear it on the 23rd or later. But here's the deal. Mark my words. A year from now, I will not be in the same position I am today. I'm going to be leading an even bigger company that serves and impacts more women. And I'm encouraging you today to be a part of this, because it's not just weight loss. And it's not about doing this to be healthy. This isn't about doing it for the kids, the aging parents. This is about doing this journey for you, because you finally said enough's enough with your own darn excuses. And I can only speak this way because I had to do this myself. See, so many times I correlate business to weight loss, and Weight loss, you have to show up and do the things, and you have to create a new version of you. Business is no different. I have to show up and do the things, and I have to become a new version of myself. Nobody wants to follow and be around the like, woe is me, moping around. I'm in the struggle bus, right? I'm a hot mess. That's not cool. Nobody's going to follow that, right? Or they're going to follow it for the wrong reasons, more for probably comic relief. And thank God, my life's a little bit better than that. But I digress. We are on a mission that you've got to understand this story of where you are today. And how did you get here, girl? Like, what happened? If we were being brutally honest with ourselves, like, what happened? It's not your hormones, okay? Do they have an impact? 100%. So I'm not here to say it's not, impacting things, but how did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get to 150, 170, 190, 200, 300 plus pounds? How did we get here? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what happened? See, so many of us we wallow in it. We're stuck. We're struggling. We're frustrated. Woe is me. Like, God, nothing fits in my closet. Oh, I hate these family photos. I just put a kid in front of me, right? Like, we tolerate so much. How did we get here is an important question that we must ask ourselves. And if we're being brutally honest, we know. I share so many times when I was at my heaviest, we had been through a ton of stress. We were running a business. We had young kids, and I put weight on my body. It didn't just happen overnight. It didn't just happen because of my hormones. I am very open and very transparent that I was eating and drinking the things, okay? I know there was a defining moment where I was so stressed out. It was Christmas. I think Christmas for all moms, like, we make it happen, right? And like, this is stressful. And it's stressful in its own respect because we just want the wonderfulness of the season, and we want it for our kiddos, and we probably create the stress ourselves, right? If we're being honest. But I remember it distinctly. It was Christmas. We were making the Christmas cookies. And normally when we make the Christmas cookies, I can have a couple and I'm cool. And then it's like, whatever, ship them off to, friends, family, neighbors, and they're done. But I decided to just start pounding them. They were sugar cookies, homemade, best, right? Best cookie ever. Well, it wasn't just the cookies. Then it was the drinks. Then it was more drinks. Then it was more cookies, and then more drinks. And, before you know it, you're throwing weight on your body. But I had a defining moment where I said, screw it. I said, screw it. And I'm sharing this with you today because we all have this moment where we just gave up. We got frustrated. We got stressed. And I remember saying those words in my head to myself. And all I was doing was telling myself that what I want, how I want to feel doesn't matter. How I wanted to show up didn't matter. Everybody puts on some weight, Arin, you're in your 40s, like, it's normal, okay? When I look around at all the women around me, it was normal. It is normal. It still is normal. And it's easy for us to just say, oh, this is just part of aging. This just happens, perimenopause, whatever we want to call it. And I told myself that story for a hot minute. So we have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Own that story. Own that story. It's yours, girl. It's all good. It's all good. Then we have to understand the story of where you would like to be, but more importantly, why? And if you start telling me it's because of the kids, because of, family history, genetics, I want to be healthy, whatever healthy freaking means, right? Like, that's so lame. Just going to call it out. Why? Do you want to go where you want to go? Okay? Why? You want this for you. And when you're finally willing to go all in and say to yourself that I actually want these results and not some safe number on the scale, that you want what you want because why? You want it. It's for me. It's how I'm going to walk in a room. It's how I'm going to show up at work. It's how I'm going to get the next business deal. It's how I'm going to show up to the next patient, being that role model of health and what that actually means. It means you want your husband to give you those looks again, to grab your ass, right? Come on. This is why you want it. You want that deeper connection and intimacy with your husband, and you haven't had it in a really long time. Okay? This is when we're getting real, ladies. This is when we're ultimately saying, holy bleep, I am important. I want these things back in my life. I am important. I'm doing all these things for everyone else. This time it's for me because I want what I want and I'm worth it. See, so many of you will tell me, you'll get on a call with me and you'll say, I got to talk to my husband. Do you think your husband is going to be upset that you spent this money on yourself and you got smoking hot, you felt confident, all your clothes fit, every family photo is perfect, and you are actually happy? Come on now. You don't need his permission, okay? Be enough that, hey, I'm confident enough that I can make this decision for myself because this is just who I am. I am a woman of my word. When I put money down on the table, I do the work because I'm worth it and I know what I want. And this girl over here, she seems to think she got it. And I do. So that's the thing. It's like you get in a program where you ultimately have the roadmap, okay? You ultimately have the roadmap. You're no longer Googling. You're no longer doom scrolling. You're not looking for the latest resource or guide on Instagram. Holy bananas. Can I tell you how many women have come into my DMs and said, I'm just looking for some advice. I'm just looking for, some resources. When was the last time a resource lost you 50 pounds? No, never. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. You don't need resources. You need a coach. You need a coach that's going to call you on your you-know-what. You need a coach that's going to give you the roadmap on, hey, here are the steps. This is what we're going to do. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to tweak things, okay? When we get on this journey, I am competent enough to tell you, hey, it's time to make changes. Hey, you need to stay the course, stay focused. Hey, that tweak you feel in your body, guess what? We're going to work through it. It doesn't mean you give up. It means you work harder, okay? But smarter. Because I am uniquely positioned to help women not only lose the weight, but truly become this new version of you that you had no clue was possible because you have tried and failed so many times. You have done every diet. And I promise you, 10 years from now, when I'm still doing this, and right now y'all are telling me, I did Optavia, I did Medifast, I did Whole30, I did keto, I did, Atkins, I did Slim Fast Shakes maybe, if we're old enough. Like you have no shortage, but now guess what else you're going to add to that list? Oh, I also did that GLP-1 thing. Do you remember those shots? Yeah, I got you, girl. Listen, you have no shortage of things that you have tried and failed. Okay. But here's the truth. All we need to do is we need to partner the right strategy with the right coach. A coach who has been through this, a coach who has their education in this, a coach who knows the next move before you even realize you need the next move, a coach that is going to keep your head down and focused, a coach that's going to challenge you to be more, a coach that's going to say, hey girl, cool, you got to your first goal. What's next? I just had that conversation today and it was super fun. So you have to have a coach that's going to empower you to become the new version of you. And we're going to make this so damn simple that you're going to question, is this really going to work? And it works every flippin' time. And it's one of the most fun things. You know, what I love, and I actually had this happen 2 times this week, is I shared with 2 different clients who didn't feel they were seeing, good enough results, but both of them had been losing 1 pound a week. The other one had lost 2 pounds per week. And we're talking over 10 and 5 weeks. Okay. So how cool is that? So here's my challenge to you is, what was the story of how you got to this place? How did you get to 150, 160, 190, 200 pounds? What is the story? How did you get there? More importantly, where do you want to go and why? And if you're telling me reasons for anyone other than yourself, I'm going to check you, because this is for you, girl. And when you are this confident woman who feels good in her own skin, who's on fire, where everything in your closet fits, or even better, you got to go get new sizes, right? When you're getting those looks from your husband again and your intimacy is on a whole nother level. Yeah, it's possible. Okay. This is what it's about. It's about you. It's about you becoming the woman you've always wanted to be, whether you're using a GLP-1 or you're not. You're going to do the same journey, okay? Whether you're on HRT or not, we've got to go down the same journey. And if you guys keep thinking these things are going to save you, they're not. You have to become the new version of yourself, and you have to understand why the heck even going down this journey. So this message is for the woman who is fed up, who is tired of trying all the things, who says, I'm better than this, who is empowered and convicted that, dang, I have been playing small. I have been sitting in my struggle. I have been a hot mess for a hot minute. But you know what? This crazy person on the other side, she seems to think I can do this. And I kind of like her. She's a little raw, a little all over the place, but she got it. Okay. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to work powerfully together. And I'm going to lead you to things that you never thought were possible. I'm going to keep you focused when you absolutely want to tell me you're going to go start doing Pilates or the latest, greatest cleanse. And I'm going to say, yo, girl, stay focused. Okay. I'm going to keep you between the yellow lines. And most importantly, you're going to see the results. But as a byproduct, you are going to become a new version of you. And that new version of you goes for more. You get that next deal. You start that business that you always dreamed of. You start serving in a higher capacity that you just never thought you had the capacity to do. You go for that next position at work because you are so confident. All of your suits fit. You know those skirts? Yeah, they don't lie, right? They all fit. Can you imagine? Or maybe you need another size. This is all possible, but it's going to take you taking action every single day. And it's going to take you saying, hey, I'm worth this investment to hire a competent coach. So this is a call out to the women who are saying, enough's enough. I am ready. You need to DM me on any social medias. It's just Arin, A-R-I-N, Lindauer, L-I-N-D-A-U-E-R. And let's have an honest conversation. Say, yo, girl, I listened to your podcast and it fired me up. Okay. Because life's too short to be uncomfortable in your own skin. You can see amazing results and then some. And then we put this all behind you. So this message is all about you, your standards, and what you've been tolerating. You don't have to tolerate this anymore. Okay. We need to have an honest conversation. This is about you, and it's time. Let's go.